Okay, so f of negative 1, all that means is they want you to plug a negative 1 in here. So you're just going to go like that. F of negative 1 is 3 times 2 to the negative 1. So now this might not be so easy for you because you might not be used to the negative exponents. A negative exponent takes its base and flips it upside down, like makes it a reciprocal. Okay, so the 2, if I flip, it's 2 over 1, but if I flip it upside down, it's a half. And then that's what, if you raise something to the negative 1 power, it gives the reciprocal. So this whole thing turned into a half, and then I have 3 times a half. So that's going to be 3 halves. So f of negative 1 is 3 halves. Letter B. F of 0 means plug in a 0. So 2 to the 0 power. Well, anything to the 0 power is 1. So this is like practice with our exponents, isn't it? So that's going to be 3. There's actually some videos on my YouTube channel that I made for your packets that I gave you for next week and the week after. And I noticed that a lot of the problems have, you guys are going to be doing some algebra.
Oh, about that?
Uh-huh.
Like, when we're, like, practicing it, do you want us to, like, actually, like, with the questions, did you want us to actually, like, do the work for the questions and then
No.
answers, or just to go over it?
I just want you to read the questions. Yeah,
Okay,
just
so
so you'll understand the concept.
Yeah, because I thought, like, I think there's, like, inequal, or not equal, you know, with, like, the greater than, like, sign or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Like, did you want us to do the work for that and then check our answers, or just look over that and then, like...
I want you guys to read in your book like you're doing it in your teams, but you don't have to actually write anything down. Just kind of skim over it so that you can see what the concepts are. Like,
and then do the homework.
And then do the homework for it, yeah. And there's videos, so you can watch the videos too. Like each little homework packet, it'll say, each problem set will say 9.1.1 to 9.1.3 or whatever. So you click on that, and there's like a little 10-minute video of me explaining how to do it.
Okay.
And in the videos, I tell you what to do. I tell you read in your book, but you don't need to do all the problems in your book.
All right.
Yeah. Okay, so where are we, Shelby? So, did you follow any of this? I plugged the...
Yeah, I did now, yeah.
Okay, so the thing that might be confusing is you might need to go back and figure out how the exponents work. Anything to the 0 power is 1. Anything to the negative 1 power, you take a reciprocal. Anything to the 1 power is itself. Okay, and then D, letter D, it says what value of x gives f of x equals 12. So in other words, and when f of x is 12, so I'm going to actually put in 12 equals 3 times 2 to the x, and I'm going to ask myself, what power of x is going to make this true? I'll probably just use my algebra skills. Divide by 3, I got skills. 2 to the what power equals 4. So you guys might be able to, yeah, 2 to the 2nd power, right? So x equals 2. Because 2 squared, you can kind of just look at that one. And then here's letter E. Letter E says, where does the graph of this function cross the x-axis? X-axis is going to be when y is 0, or when f of x is 0. So let's see, divide both sides by 3, and I'll have 0 divided by 3 is just 0. So 2 to the what equals 0? No. Because remember, 2 to the negative 1 was a half, and 2 to the 0 was 1. I think it's never going to cross the x-axis. Because remember, it's asymptote. Yeah. So we're going to say never. When does it cross the... where does it cross? I'm going to say never crosses. It is an asymptote. And then the y-axis. Where does it cross the y-axis? Well, it's going to cross the y-axis whenever x is 0. So it's going to cross the y-axis at x equals 0. So f of 0 is 3 times 2 to the 0. We just did that problem a second ago. 3. Yep. And that's our starting point, right? That's because that's where it crosses the x-axis, or the y-axis. So crosses y-axis at 3. Okay, and that's it. Oh, use this information to sketch the graph. Oh, I better hurry up. Okay, so it crosses the y-axis at 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's see. The thing looks like it goes up, so I'm just gonna fake it. It's gonna go. Whoop! There it is. Right? I faked it. That's all right. It's just a sketch. Okay, I guess we're done.